The most interesting thing about this game is what is going to happen after, and that is never a good sign. Welcome in, everybody. My name's Elijah. This is the Week 18 breakdown for the Browns versus the Bengals. They're in Cincinnati this week. First things first, got the injury report, another long one. Got Fannin, Schlesinger, and Njoku all out. Schlesinger actually got put on IR. That sucks. Those are huge pieces to this team on both offense and defense. Grant Delpit, Myles Garrett were both limited on Friday. I don't think that a nuclear bomb could stop Myles Garrett from playing today, so I don't think that's a cause for concern. Grant Delpit, we'll see. Dylan Sampson, Joel Bitonio, Tyson Campbell, Dylan Gabriel, Mason Graham, Shedeur Sanders were all listed on the injury report, but had full practices on Friday. I think all those guys are good to go. Sucks for Schlesinger and Fannin to both be out. Those are two guys that were huge pieces of this team, and obviously Carson Schlesinger just wasn't having a great rookie season. He was having a good just season in general. He could have been in the league for 5 years, and he would, be one of the best linebackers in the league. So, sucks. He's the guy with the green dot, so I would assume it's going to be Jerome Baker making the calls on defense now. So it just sucks. It's a great season for both those guys, both in consideration for Rookie of the Year on offense and defense. I think Schlesinger should win Defensive Rookie of the Year, but it just sucks we won't get to see him one more time, and, kind of a disappointing end to their rookie season, albeit how wonderful it was for them. I really hope Myles sets this record this week. I really do. I would think that he would. He's had a lot of success against Joe Burrow. The Bengals offensive line is not very good. So, I kind of hope he gets more than one because there's been a lot of posturing about, getting the record in 17 games versus Strahan getting it in 16. So, whatever. I don't care. I don't think it matters. I think the stat at the end of the day is the stat. But him getting 2, maybe even 3, would be awesome because then it kind of sets it apart and say, well, he didn't just beat it by a half. He beat it by 1 or 2 or 3. So I think that would be, if any Steelers fan or whatever wants to say TJ Watt's better, you could say, well, he beat the record by 3. So that's better. My prediction for the game today, you got a good Browns defense versus a good Bengals offense, and a bad Browns defense versus a bad Bengals defense. So I don't know. I think that the biggest thing about this game is if the Bengals can run the ball. Since Malik got hurt on the defensive line, I think the Browns' run defense has suffered. I think Mason Graham is good, but it's clearly catching up with him, just the physicality and, from the draft, from playing college football to the draft and to the pros, you almost never get a break as a rookie. So I think he's feeling it and he's learning a lot. So I think as long as the Browns can keep Chase Brown kind of contained a little bit, I think the Browns have a really good chance to win this game, actually, because they can get after Joe Burrow and they can. I think they can score just enough points against this Bengals defense to win the game. So if Chase Brown goes off and has 120 rushing yards, I don't think the Browns have much of a chance. So it all comes down to that Bengals run game. So I think that's gonna be the big one. My final score prediction, I got the Browns 20, the Bengals 28. I think Chase Brown will probably have a pretty good game. And the Bengals offense will look pretty good going into the offseason, and that Browns offense will come just close enough to make you wonder and kind of make it somewhat competitive at the end. But I just think the firepower on that Bengals offense is too good. And sort of as I end here, I want to give you guys something to think about. Put in the comments the elephant in the room. What happens to Berry? What happens to Stefanski? I think that like I said, the most interesting thing about this game is what's going to happen after the final whistle blows. So let me know what you guys think. Does Kevin stay? Does Berry stay? Do they both go? Do they keep one of them? Which, spoiler alert, that is my least favorite option, is keeping one and getting rid of the other. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.